The NFL season is right around the corner, and for the last couple of seasons, I've been predicting the outcomes of every single game every single week. So now that I'm making videos on the NFL, why not post my predictions? That's exactly what I'm going to do in this video. I'm going to be going over all my picks for week 1. Let's get started with the Thursday night game, the Ravens at the Chiefs. The Ravens had a golden opportunity to beat the Chiefs in the playoffs last year, and they didn't capitalize on it. And I don't really think you get a golden opportunity like that twice against the Chiefs, especially considering this game is played at Arrowhead. So my prediction for the score is that this will be a 24-20 Chiefs win. Now for the Eagles and Packers, which is actually Friday night, but this game, in my eyes, is honestly a coin toss. I expect both teams to improve this year, but I really don't know what to expect from either of them, and there's no home field advantage to consider here since the game is played in Brazil. So I'm basically just throwing darts at a wall, but I'm gonna guess the Packers win 27-24. Next up is Panthers at the Saints. I do expect the Panthers to be better this year, but better is a low bar for them, to say the least. And especially considering they're the away team, I expect the Saints to win pretty easily. My guess is 21-13 Saints. The Vikings at the Giants is tough, but I just don't expect the Giants to be very good. And honestly, I don't really think Daniel Jones is even that much better than Sam Darnold. So I think the Vikings are just a better team, even with their backup quarterback. I feel like this is going to be an ugly game. My guess is that the Vikings win, I'll say like 16-10. Up next is the Patriots at the Bengals. I think this is a pretty easy one. The Patriots are not very good. The Bengals are. This should be an easy Bengals win, 28-13. Now we got the Steelers at the Falcons, and this is another tough one. Don't really know what the Falcons are going to look like with Kirk Cousins, and we don't really know what the Steelers are going to look like with Russell Wilson or Justin Fields, whoever they play. Both teams got big upgrades at quarterback. The Falcons got a bigger upgrade, but the Steelers were a better team last year, so it's really hard to gauge how each of them will be, but I think the Falcons are the better team, and it's played in Atlanta, so I'm going to guess the Falcons win, but I expect this game to be close, and I expect it to be ugly because every Steelers game is. I'll say the Falcons win this one, 20-17. Next game up is the Texans at the Colts, and this one's going to be my upset pick for the week. I'm going to say the Colts win this one. It's a division game, and you never know what's going to happen with division games. Not to mention the Colts are the home team. I do think the Texans will be very good this year, but I'm predicting they start off the year with a loss. I'm going to say the Colts win this one, 23-20. For the Cardinals at the Bills, I think the Cardinals got a lot better this offseason, and I think the Bills got a bit worse this offseason, but the Bills are just still clearly the better team, and it's played in Buffalo. So I expect the Bills to win, I'll say 24-14. I don't really know what to say for the Titans at Bears because I honestly don't really pay much attention to the Titans. Maybe I'm sleeping on them, but I'm really not expecting much from them this year. As for the Bears, I'm not going to get any unrealistic expectations for them, but I do think they'll be an average team, potentially. I don't think they'll be pushing for a playoff spot, but I don't think they'll be a pushover either. I think the Bears win at home, 20-13. Now for the Jaguars at the Dolphins, this is a little bit tough. I feel like the Dolphins are better than the Jaguars, and it's played in Miami. I don't really know what to expect from the Jaguars this year, but I do expect the Dolphins to be better. So I'll say the Dolphins win this one, 28-20. Now the Broncos at the Seahawks. I don't know how much there really is for me to say. We don't know what the Broncos are going to look like, but I don't expect them to be red hot out of the gate. This should be a win for my Seahawks, and it shouldn't be a difficult game either, but the Seahawks make every game difficult. We're literally not allowed to beat a team by more than one score, unless it's the Giants. I'm going to say the Seahawks win 21-17. Now for the Raiders at the Chargers, I feel like both teams are pretty mid, and neither of them seem bad, but they're both uninspiring. So I'm just going to say the Chargers win solely because it's played in Los Angeles, although I don't know how much of a home field advantage that is because this is the Chargers we're talking about. But my guess is they win 20-17. For the Cowboys at the Browns, I really don't know what to expect from the Browns this year. For some reason, even though they went, 11-6 last year, I feel like my expectations for them have gone down now that they have Deshaun Watson back. I think the Cowboys are the better team. They are playing on the road, but I think the Cowboys win this one 24-17. Next is Commanders at Buccaneers. I'm not expecting a lot from the Commanders. I don't know if I even know who their backup quarterback is, or if Jaden Daniels is starting week 1. But either way, I don't think they're a great team. And it's played in Tampa, so I think the Buccaneers should win this one relatively easily. I'll say it'll be like 24-14. For the Rams at the Lions, I feel like the Lions just outclassed the Rams by quite a bit, and it's played in Detroit. I think the Lions are going to take this one 27-20. And finally, we have the Jets at the 49ers, and I don't really have high expectations for the Jets. I know they have Aaron Rodgers back, but it's the Jets. It's hard for me to actually believe in them. And while I expect Aaron Rodgers to be a huge upgrade from the quarterbacks they've played lately, that's not really saying much, and I don't think he's gonna do anything crazy, on the field at least. I think the 49ers win this one at home, 23-17. And those are my picks. I can't wait to see how poorly half of them age.